about you, but through Christ I can do all. Stand up tall with my left foot, post up on the wall. Easy if we fall in the streets, life can get hard. Streets used to be a lot different from what man recall. Me a aim for my post like a soccer ball. Feel run the road that don't need a map at all. Babylon them want to hold me with a strap at all. But man a liar, me no Cancer nor Capricorn.
Though they want to see me fall, I'm gonna be okay. Though my back's against the wall, I'm gonna be okay. They fighting me now. I'm gonna be okay. Jehovah eyes are watching me now. I'm gonna be okay.
Welcome to Hope in the Six. I'm your host Eddie Martinez, and today I have a special guest, my brethren Neil Churchill. What up?
Hold on.
Listen, how you doing?
I'm alright, can't complain.
Yes, man. So, AKA the Nemo, right?
Yeah.
The real Nemo.
Real Nemo.
The real Nemo. Bless. So yeah, today we're gonna have a show. Our shows will be about guns and gangs to a working man. You know, and that's something I'm proud to see progress in our youth, our street-involved youth. You know, sometimes you get caught up into the justice system and it's hard to get a job and all these things. But I follow you. We work together, you know, and you're working. You've been consistent. You know, I did a little checkup on you, and boss was like, yeah, this man has been good. He been riding and, you know, good stuff. But guns and gangs to a working man, that's today's topic. We're going to talk about it. I have a video, so we're just going to go to the video and we're going to come back. Open it up.
What is your own, where did you get to in school yourself? So that's, and then you dropped out of it.
It was off and on. I grew up in Brooklyn and Boston, so it was back and forth in this house to this house. I didn't get the chance to do everything, and by the time I really got to decide what I wanted to do, it was trying to make money. I have a son now, stuff like that. So
you have a son?
Yeah, 9 months old, stuff like that.
And when you move like this, you know, from one place to the next, is that because you moved or because they were working so much for a certain thing?
I was always
Because you know, one of the things I would just say to you, it's one of those things where when it's you moving, hopefully you can find ways to find one. Today, for example, where you can stay for a while, because of course it looks so much better. I mean, this, as you say, you've got experience here, but what looks better is when you've been at one place for a while, because that speaks well of you and it speaks well of you doing a good job.
Wonderful. So yes, man, that was awesome, man. You got an opportunity to meet with the mayor himself.
Yeah.
You know, every once a year they have a job fair for those that are on probation and parole. You know, and we got to do something about that because once a year is not good enough. Because you can't wait.
Not, no.
You can't wait a year to try to get a job. You know, but it's a start. So they offer, the job fair offers those who are on probation and parole opportunity with companies that are willing to hire at that time of year. You know, but Buck, you ran up into Mayor John Tory.
Yeah.
You know, how was that experience? You know, sitting there with the mayor.
It was a surprise. It was different. Something I wasn't really used to.
Right.
Because I was so used to being in the streets and
Right,
involved
right.
with all the gangs and the guns and all that stuff. So it was different, but it was an awakening for me because I got to experience both sides of whether do I want to keep going down the road where I was or do I want to end up being progressive and a lot better situated than I was.
Right. So I'm listening to him talk. He was saying one thing he was talking about like consistency because he was looking at the resume and then he was saying, hey, don't you think it would be better if you don't have like move around to a bunch of jobs? And then you said I'm living in the shelter. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a lot of people, and it's not just shots fired to him, but a lot of people are ignorant of people's circumstances.
Yeah,
So I mean, looking at your resume and you see you got a lot of different jobs, it's going to be like that. A lot of people are not willing to hire you. Then you're going to move from shelter to shelter. So how did you feel when that was said to you or whatever? What was your perspective?
Honestly, I felt a little disrespected, but not at the same time because it is his own view.
Right.
He hasn't necessarily been through certain things that I have, so
Right.
he's just looking at it from his perspective as to where I was trying to explain. It's not about really consistency. It's about at the time of my life, then I was going through certain things I wasn't able to stay in one spot to keep that job for 5 years, 10 years.
Right.
So.
Well, but it was good meeting him, you know, and
Yeah, definitely.
But awareness. This is what I talk about. You know, people in different economical situation understanding, because I mean, at least he sat down and talked and kind of got a enlightenment for that one brief moment. But they need politicians, people in higher places need to really come and see what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Because you leading from the top is very ignorant. When I say ignorant, I mean you don't know what's going on. That's why. So you lack knowledge. Ignorant means lack of knowledge. So you're leading from the top, but you got to understand what's going on. If you can't do it yourself, like go out into the community, send somebody that they could inform you.
Yeah.
You know. So come into a job fair and you see us, know what it's about, know the population. You got people on probation and parole that a lot of job opportunities not available. It's going to be different. You know what I'm saying? Than just going to somebody who came out of college or something. So the advice will be a little different. You know. But tell me about your journey, like with employment. How hard is it to get a job?
To get a job, especially with a record, it's pretty difficult. I mean, like you can't just go out to anywhere and they're gonna be, oh yeah, you have a record here. Yeah, we'll hire you. You're not gonna get anybody like that. And especially nowadays with a criminal record, there's the only real jobs that you could really look into are minimum wage factory jobs and labor jobs where you're consistently heavy lifting or stuff like that, and it's not always where you want to be, right? So.
Right, and it don't suit everybody, because right now at Young Street Mission, we're in the works of now trying to work with partners that are trying to give people with a record a job, because not everybody want to do construction or warehouse job, and that's the only thing available at the moment. So it's discouraging, and not everybody's built for that. You understand? Exactly. People want goals, so we have to now strategically design something, and we're in the works. So hopefully, in the near future, we could see a big change. But of course, we have to start small, and then it grows to that. But let's talk about guns and gangs, because people on probation and parole, but a lot of people are not aware of the guns and gangs element. So what actually is guns and gangs?
Guns and gangs is more, I guess, well, it says what it is pretty much, right? So it's, I guess, a group of people that wanna. You can't really say they want to, but they try to discriminate against people that they feel they're stronger than, or they have the upper power on them, and then they use guns if they feel they're weaker than them, they'll use the guns for power, or just to try to make themselves seem that something they're not. It's something to make them seem like they're this big bad person, and deep down they're not. I mean, there's people that have to use them and have them for protection, and they're paranoid about certain things that they've gone through, and it's not all it. There's so many different situations with guns and gangs. Like, some people have the choice to be there, and some people don't. Some people were just born into it.
So let me talk about now on the law enforcement aspect of it, the guns and gangs. Now, what was your charge? How come you end up on guns and gangs probation instead of just probation?
Well, when I was younger, I grew up in a certain area, so I was rolling around with all those guys. So we were automatically labeled as that group from that area. Right. So that had a big call, and then I got myself into some trouble doing some crimes that probably shouldn't have been doing at the time. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and at the time I didn't really have a brain on my head to be like, this is wrong, this is right. It was whatever. This is what I need to do right now to get this income, right? So I didn't really get the chance to think about, what, if I do this right now, it's gonna leave me in jail for 5 years or something like that.
Okay, so specifically I want to ask, because the audience probably like, so what is he really saying? Because I mean, I know, but were you charged with having a gun or something like that? Yeah. You had a gun possession?
Possession of a firearm. I've also been charged with robbery with a firearm, basic robberies, a whole bunch of things.
Right. So talking about, like, with this show, Hope in the Six, we talk about what's hope. What is the hope out there? You know what I'm saying? What are the possibilities now to help a person that was a product of circumstances or the environment, right? So you're a product of your environment. You say you're from certain neighborhoods. You want to roll with some people. Because I met people, even dealing with people in the shelter. Not everybody in the shelter is in the same mental space or have the same background, but now you're put together with them. Yep. So now either, they were all drinking Hennessy, you probably don't drink. Are you tempted now to get involved in a Hennessy? And then you do. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of things bring you in. It's not necessarily saying, hey, I'm just a thug, or I'm born a thug. It's not that. It's a development, of your economical situation, your background. So now you get caught up into that, your circumstances, your life, and then you feel you have to rob or whatever to make your money and the way you have to do it. And based on your circumstances, now what would you say to a young person? We got to go to a break soon, but before you go to a break, what would you say to a young person that's now a little baby Nemo rolling up? You know what I'm saying?
I'd say pick your battles wisely and make the right choices. And if you don't know what the right choices are, have a conversation with someone who you feel is progressed to where you want to be in the future.
Okay, like a big brother, somebody.
Oh, yeah,
big
like a
homie.
big brother.
A lot of OGs, you know, old school gangsters or whatever. You know, at some point, some people turn around and say, "I ain't doing this no more."
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Turk Foundation. You know, they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, because they from the streets, but at the end of the day, some point in somebody's life, they click and say, "You know what? Big man thing. I'm not doing that no more." That's, you know what I mean? So we need a lot of those guys now to step up and now to go back to the community, because a lot of people get their life together and they move on. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That's why I definitely have to shout out Turk, you know, and the whole Turk Foundation, because they're reaching back. You know what I'm saying? And the last episode which he was on, when he was on that episode, he was saying about real kings take care of the people. Yep. You understand? You got some kings that treat the people like peasants and they the king. But he said real kings take care of you got to take care of your army. So shout out to Turks again, and we're going to go to a break, but we'll be back. Stay tuned. Keep watching. Hoping to 6.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity and our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
At Benjamin Law, we understand the real cost of personal injuries. As the victim of an accident, you may be the one who's physically hurt, but your main concern is that your family are the ones who will pay the price. Benjamin Law will be there for you, helping, supporting, and working tirelessly to resolve your personal injury case. Call 1-855-899-4878 or visit benjaminlaw.ca and let our family of lawyers help your family.
Yes, welcome back to Hoping to 6. I'm your host, Eddie Martinez, and today we got Mr. Churchill, a.k.a. the real Nemo. Bless up, Reggie. You know, we're talking about guns and gangs to a working man. So talk about the transition, you know what I mean? Because, all right, you on the streets, you're doing your thing, and then now you see like this ain't working for you. You know what I'm saying? You get older, maturity comes with age most of the time, you know. Most of the time, because some people still big and, you know, but ghetto mentality, right? I normally say ghetto is not where you live, is the mind.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I know some people live in some bad neighborhoods and they're very smart, articulate, and they're good citizens. Then you have other people, same neighborhood, and they're different. You know what I'm saying? It's the mind. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. So through maturity now, you say, you know what? I can't still hustle. I can't. When I'm gonna be free, in and out of jail. So I want to work. Talk about that now, like getting up early in the morning. You know, like what time you have to be at work?
I usually get up about 6:30. At work by 7:30 the latest.
Okay, so like that's a discipline. Now, how do you discipline that? Because I know it had to kick in at some point.
Honestly, it was hard. It was difficult, but I was just, my mindset at the time when I was just getting used to it was, I'm tired of failure. Mm-hmm. I need to succeed. So what do I need to do in order for this to happen? Okay. That was setting my alarm every morning for 5:30, even though I'm not going to hear it till 6:15. Right? So
did a little snooze thing, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what's up. But it's a discipline. So you have to. So for the young ones out there, those that are in a similar situation or coming up, you know, with trying to change their life, they got to know they have to discipline themselves. And to be a street youth, you got to discipline yourself to some degree too. Like you got to have discipline. So why not convert all your street knowledge into something positive? You see what I'm saying? Because, and that's why I look at the justice system. I said, boy, if in a correctional institution, if we now find these people that have these situations and their charges and modify a program that they can now use those same skills. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There was a movie called Catch Me If You Can. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to somebody about him. They're like, oh, he's a snitch because he's doing that. But the reality is he's going to do prison time, and he knows that he converted his skills of knowing how to get through to use it positively, and it saved him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about snitching and code of the streets and all that stuff, but guess what happened? Is your life at the end of the day. Because a lot of people, how many people are riding with you? And that brings to my next question. Let's talk about the homies now. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the real ones, because you do have real ones. Because, you know, I had a guy that's in prison jail, you know, and then his brethren sending money to him, like 100 and something. I said, boy, that's love. But that was a rare case. You know what I'm saying? So talk about it, because everybody thinking, oh, the streets is this. Are the streets loyal from your perspective? 'Cause we probably can't speak for everybody.
The
So
streets are not loyal. At the end of the day, it's you. It's what you bring and what you ask for back, right? I mean, you chill with people that they want to get drunk every day and smoke and do this. This is gonna be the same thing over and over, and you're gonna think, oh, because you guys are drunk, have a good conversation. Oh yeah, we're gonna go ride out on this guy, or you're gonna ride out with me if I get beat up. Oh, what happens when all the weed and the alcohol's done and you guys have no money, you're broke? You're gonna switch on each other. You're gonna turn, and that's just what the streets is. Basic. Even if there is nothing, there's people that they just don't like you for some reason. They're just like, they see you have something that they don't have, and they want it, so they're gonna hate on you. You just can't have people like that around you, and that's just what the streets are. So there's no loyalty in it, really.
I'm glad you said that. So it's coming from a street youth, folks out there. The streets ain't loyal, because I say it in my rhymes. Literally, you know what I'm saying? I got to find a way to get this message across. So sometimes I put it in bars, you know. But one of my songs, I said, I tell them every day the streets ain't loyal. First it's spoil you, because you're having that fun. It spoil you. Then it's going to destroy you. It turn these little homies into monsters. Because Duppy know who for frighten and who for sponsor. So they know, like, the forces that working against you know who to break and who to make. You know what I'm saying? But the streets ain't loyal, man. And we have to, until you accept that, that's the reality. You know, like a person in denial. Yep. You know, a lot of times we're in denial about things. But for street people on the streets are not loyal folks that are thinking that, hey, I'm going to go rob this guy. I'm going to do this and my home's going to ride with me. They snitch, man. They snitch. They turn on you. So what are you waiting for? To find a real homie? Nah, man. Just think about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if your peoples are for you, they're going to tell you, yo, I got your back, and they're going to really ride. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, it's a crab in the bucket, you know. Everybody fighting for themselves at the end of the day. So if me and you on trial together, then they say, yo, if I plea and whatever, I say certain things, then they put it on you. You know what I'm saying? I got guys in there now.
You could know someone for 10, 15 years, and, you know, you guys are doing well for those 10, 15 years, going to school, working, and then, you know, after 15 years, both you guys say, let's do a crime. Yeah. That 10, 15 years just gone out the window.
That's
because
correct.
As soon as you guys get arrested, one of you two is going to say
break.
Something.
That's right. So I mean, even in back in the days where they were a little bit more loyal, as time progressed, it weakened. That structure is weakened. You know, I looked up the road in Region. You see they knocking down the buildings. You know, and that's hurtful for people that grew up there. But that people died over those things. Yep. And at the end of the day, when they're ready to knock it down, it's gone. What you gonna? You see what I'm saying? So that means now when they knock down that building, those guys who died for that street and block, I represent this neighborhood. Now it's like they died for nothing. But I didn't even 2 years now. You go see a condo. What you repping? So I mean, I'm trying to get through them. You know, I mean, I use music, poetry, spoken word, all these type of things to get through to these young ones. But I always, occasionally on the show, we have the Hope in the Six is for everybody. You know, so we got people that are out there like myself that are doing things in the community. But then we have those that are in the streets and in the system, and so we give everybody a voice because we have to come together and have a real conversation to make a difference. So now you're in a good space right now. You're working. Can we get up some of those photos showing this young man working? Because this is such a motivation to see. Yes, yep. Bless. Big cheese, eh? A working man. From guns to gangs to a working man. That's so honorable. That's something to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, yo, you got a job? Like that's only a hater. Yep. If a person on the street be like, yo, you working now? Yo, get this money. That's a hater, man, because you're trying to do good with your life, man.
Oh, definitely. Like even now, like some of the people I used to hang out with, I'll get messages of, oh, you're working, you're this, you're that. I just laugh at them. I'm like, you know what? You're still in the same position I left you in 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Right.
And I don't even need to talk about where I am.
That's right.
I'm just level-headed where I feel good.
That's a blessing. And hopefully this mind frame could be infectious. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That it could rub off. You know what I'm saying? That now people see that, yo, if he could do it, I could do it. Like, what's wrong with getting a job? What's wrong with working a hard work that you can know that your money didn't hurt nobody? You did clean. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody can do it. It's like you said, it's discipline. And a lot of people don't understand about discipline is you might not necessarily enjoy what you have to put yourself through to get to where you want to be. But that's the part of discipline. That's the struggle that you need to go through in order to have this beautiful picture that you wanted. Right. So a lot of people don't understand that. Like once you actually understand what discipline is, you'll go a lot further because you'll see things that you know, you once used to be like, okay, yeah, let's go do it. Now you're like, you know what, maybe that's not a good idea. And then you'll
Right.
see 2 days later, be like, you know what, I'm happy I didn't take that choice. Happy I did this. Now look, I got this in front of me. I don't have to worry about any problems. I'm not in jail. I'm going to work tomorrow morning. I get a paycheck at the end of the week or in 2 weeks, whatever it is.
Right, right, right. And it is a discipline. The scriptures, the Bible. I go by this. My rap name is the Dying Thief, so I always pull out spiritual and scriptural metaphors every now and then. The scripture says, "Weeping endure for a night, but joy coming in the morning." So weeping is for a little bit because you got to go through, you got to grind, you got to sweat, but then joy come out after. Like so, after in the longevity of what you're doing, you're gonna see the like, yo, this is what I'm doing. But in the other, when they reaping quick benefits, you're gonna see like, oh, nothing. Year after year, stuck. Now you got a big mile-long criminal record that no one. You know what I mean? And then you didn't. All these years, you didn't even learn a trade, so you don't have no skills. So you're not even useful to society. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you grew up in the streets from young and you're just raised in it. It's hard to just jump into something new, right? Because as soon as you're used to selling drugs and slanging guns or just carrying them or whatever it is. And then you get to the point where now you're struggling and you've never struggled through your whole life. You've never felt this pain that you're going through. That's what a lot of people what stops them because they don't have the discipline to be like, you know what, this life I was living was good, but it's not what I want to live anymore. So they automatically, you know what, this hurts. I don't want to go further. Let me just go back to what I'm living. That's where I'm comfortable. Right. And that's the hard part of picking and choosing where you really want to go in the future.
Right. So it's good now. And this is where Hope in the Six come in, like stuff that I do and Sola, shout out to Shola, mentoring, different things where there's now somebody now to come and give you that extra push. Because you of yourself, and a lot of times we linked up and I'm like, yo, come through, and you showed up. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, you know, but a lot of people don't have that. But how beneficial it is to have somebody, even if it's annoying for a little bit, like, yo, Nemo, come on, man, you got to be there, we got to do it. How beneficial is that?
Oh, it's helpful, it's beneficial, I mean, you're gonna, if you don't have anybody, you're gonna walk down the street and you'll do something, and the next day you're gonna wonder to yourself, should I have done that? Was that right? Was it wrong? I don't know. But if you have someone who's always there on you, listen, you're gonna, before the situation even comes to you, you're gonna have that thought in your head about, this person's always nagging me about this. Maybe I should just walk away from it. Right. So you really gotta. It helps. It's super beneficial to have someone there. That guaranteed.
Right. So so with that said, I'm calling all OGs, man, gangsters, you know, that moved on with their life, who got families and stuff like that. I'm calling out for you guys to come and help. You know what I'm saying? There's a cry, come and help. Come out and help us. You know, that bring awareness, because people need that big brother. People need that mentor. You know, we need somebody to show us, especially coming from that lifestyle. Like, yo, I've been there, done that. Don't do this. We need them. We need people to be accountable for their brother. You know, one man said, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, we are. With that said, we're going to a break. Stay tuned. Keep watching Hope in the Six with the real Nemo. Bless up.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity in our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by
At Benjamin Law, we understand the real cost of personal injuries. As the victim of an accident, you may be the one who's physically hurt, but your main concern is that your family are the ones who will pay the price. Benjamin Law will be there for you, helping, supporting, and working tirelessly to resolve your personal injury case. Call 1-855-899-4878 or visit benjaminlaw.ca and let our family of lawyers help your family.
Welcome back to Hope in the Six. I'm your host, Eddie, a.k.a. The Dying Thief. Today we're talking about guns and gangs to a working man with Mr. Nemo. You know, this is some real conversation that needs to be taking place frequently, you know. He's talking about his struggles, his obstacles, you know, and I talk about me as an artist named The Dying Thief. I got a video. Every week we watch this show. Those that are supporting, thank you. The intro there's a song called Be Okay. So there's a little bits of the video, but today I want to do a premiere of the full video so you can understand the full story and understand about those who being on the streets and going through struggle. I'm going to be okay. Though they want to see me fall because you got a lot of people that are against you, you know, from different angles. Some people you think are your friends. But we're going to go right into the premiere of Be Okay, The Dying Thief featuring DJ Saldo. Bless.
Though they want to see me fall, I'm gonna be okay. Though my back's against the wall, I'm gonna be okay. They fighting me now. I'm gonna be okay. Jehovah eyes are watching me now. I'm gonna be okay.
Don't know about you, but through Christ I can do all. Stand up tall with my left foot, post up on the wall. Easy if we fall in the streets, life can get hard. Streets used to be a lot different from what man recall. Me a aim for my post like a soccer ball. Feel run the road that don't need a map at all. Babylon them want to hold me with a strap at all. But man a liar, me no Cancer nor Capricorn.
Though they want to see me fall, I'm gonna be okay. Though my back's against the wall, I'm gonna be okay. They fighting me now. I'm gonna be okay. Jehovah eyes are watching me now. I'm gonna be okay. His voice makes a difference. When he speak, he can heal my troubled mind. For it's the only voice I know that makes a difference. I will follow one day at a time. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'm gonna be okay. I will fear no evil, that will my rod and my staff. I'm gonna be okay. Thou preparest a table before me in front of my enemies. I'm gonna be okay. Thou anointed my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. All on my shoulder, I'm a soldier, thought I told you. Run with Jehovah, so nobody can test. Every day of my life, I'm blessed. Yes.
No worry about the man, cause God him have a better plan. I'm gonna be okay. Tell the devil figure like a that hold me hand. I'm gonna be okay.
Though they want to see me fall, I'm gonna be okay. Though my back's against the wall, I'm gonna be okay. They fighting me now. I'm gonna be okay. Jehovah eyes are watching me now. I'm gonna be okay. Though they want to see me fall, I'm gonna be okay. Though my back's against the wall, I'm gonna be okay. They fighting me now. I'm gonna be okay. Jehovah eyes are watching me now. I'm gonna be okay.
Welcome back. The struggle you're in today is giving you the strength you need for tomorrow. Don't give up. That video, shout out to Selena. She did the video. She was the video person. Shouts out to all the participants, the community in Kensington Market that was just saying be okay. Random folks, you know, but they were supporting the cause. They seen the shirt, hope, you know, and they like, listen, I'm gonna be okay. You know, shout out to my son. That's the guy doing the little dances in there. You know, my big boy, Ja, Amari. Bless him, and everybody else. Jason Fresh, the whole street team. You know, this is what it's about, man. Going out in the community and kind of taking that initiative to say, listen, man, we're not going to let stigmas and stuff just determine who I am, especially mistakes. Yep. We all make mistakes. Some got caught and some didn't. It doesn't, and the person who didn't get caught act like they don't make mistakes, but we all make mistakes and we do wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's at the end of the day, if we want a better community, let's build each other up, man. And that's what the song Be Okay was about, like to let those that are in the justice system know, like, listen, I'm going through something, but guess what happened? I'm gonna be okay. Hope in the 6, you know what I'm saying? So I want to talk to you about roofing now, because that's what you're doing, right? Yeah. Roofing?
Yeah.
How hard is roofing?
It's pretty hard.
Yes.
You gotta have balance. You gotta be able to walk up the ladder. You gotta be able to carry stuff up the ladder. You gotta be able to walk on the roof.
Well, I did roofing in my days too, so I know it's rough, but you know, young people out there probably want to know, a lot of people don't know what they're good at or what career opportunity to take. Would you recommend it for some young guns?
I'd recommend it for the ones that are comfortable on ladders.
Okay,
So I
yes,
mean,
yeah.
before you even want to try to step on a roof, just climb up a ladder, see if you're comfortable on a ladder. Then if that's comfortable, then explore more. There's lots of things you could do on a ladder. You don't have to really do roofing. There's siding. There's other stuff that I do like eaves troughs. There's stuff inside houses. You could do drywall.
Right. It's always good to learn a trade, and I spoke on one of my episodes prior to this one of my earlier episodes. When I was younger, I was just in rap only. I didn't care about nothing else. So I was going to school, making it through barely, but I was focused on rap and being a star. And then I graduated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then it's like, oh shoot, what's next? And I seen a lot of young folks going to college and stuff like that, and I didn't have that mind frame. I was just like, I'm gonna be a star. I kind of still had a ghetto mentality, street mentality. So it kind of held me back. But shouts out to my mom. Love you, mommy. My mommy, you know what I'm saying? She came and grabbed me like, listen, Bridget, you going to trade school. You know what I'm saying? I ended up going to college again and got a degree in security administration. Working on my bachelor's right now. But so later on in life, you know what I'm saying? But she initially took me up out of school and said, get a trade. And the reason I brought that up, is because young men, women, find something that you could do. A lot of people are not college ready, university ready at the moment. And then some people will probably never be there because their mind frame and they can't go through all the schooling and all the exams and all these things. But learn a trade, learn a skill. Like get something that you could now have a career. Because even if you start off, like right now you're doing roofing, but who knows 5 years, 10 years, you have your own roofing company. Yeah. Learn the business, master it, and something you could do. So these are the things. Like find what you could do. You know what I'm saying? We are here. Shout me out, link me out. I'm on Instagram at The Dying Thief. You can find me and talk to me about what you want to do. I use Instagram primarily. I'm on Facebook as well, but a lot of people reach out to me. On Instagram, and I connect, and that's my way of. I got professional websites too, ysm.ca. You could look up Hope and everything like that. But people are more inclined to the immediate posting and the immediate, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I respond more faster on that anyway, you know what I mean? So if you want to contact me, Hope at YSM email, Hope at YSM.ca. You could email me if you want to get your life together. This is what it's about, Not only me, I'm connected with a lot of resources and a lot of other partners that are invested in making a difference in their community. So just link me. I want to talk about some barriers because these young ones need to know. And if we have to go to a break soon, so we'll continue. But I want to talk about now having a record and not able to get a job. How did that affect your relationship?
Quite a bit. Actually,
I feel you already. But go ahead. Yes.
I didn't have a job. I had money coming in, but it wasn't legal money. It wasn't right. So I'm out there struggling every day, making I'm worried about being arrested or anything like that. I have a job. It's like I could sit at home, every day, go to work. As long as I go to work, obviously I can't sit at home sleep all day. Right. Go to work. At the end of the week, I probably have the same amount of money on my paycheck that these guys stood out all day, all night, trying to make a bit of money. But you know what? The difference was, in those 3 days, one of those guys that are on the street, those 3 days, they're possibly going to jail.
Yeah, definitely.
Me, I'm not.
Right.
I'm sitting at home. I'm on my couch, have a beer, whatever I want.
Right.
Relaxed.
So this is what I want to just bring light to the audience, right? Or those who are going through the same situation, right? So it's a challenge, right? Because now you can't get a job because of record, and then you're sitting home. And you appear to them like a waste suit. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you're a waste suit. You're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So there's a pressure now to make you want to kind of go back and hustle, right? Because nowadays, like, oh, man, you ain't doing nothing. You're lazy. You're a loser. Not knowing you was in the job fair. You was doing this trying to get a job, but it's still hard because that record pops up, and that's the question. So people consider you, but then they say, nah. You understand what I'm saying? So you're home now looking like a waste suit, but you're not. You're ambitious, but now, so that pressure there was pressure now because you said you had to hustle and whatever. So there's pressure now to go make money, whether it's legal or not, right? Yep. So what would you say to those people now about crime instead of like not to deter them so they won't be in that situation?
Fight the struggle. I mean, that's all you could do. You have to know in your heart what's wrong and what's right, and you gotta pick the right choice.
Okay,
I mean,
choices.
if you can't pick the right choice, you're just gonna keep going through the same failure over and over. It's like Einstein's definition of insanity: repeating the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome.
Okay. So with that now, there's a famous quote, hashtag stay woke. So stay woke, like be aware of your choices. And we got to go to a break, but we'll be back. Excuse me, we'll be back. but that's all, folks. Bugs Bunny. You ever seen that? We'll be back. Hope in the 6. Keep watching.
At Benjamin Law, we understand the real cost of personal injuries. As the victim of an accident, you may be the one who's physically hurt, but your main concern is that your family are the ones who will pay the price. Benjamin Law will be there for you, helping, supporting, and working tirelessly to resolve your personal injury case. Call 1-855-899-4878 or visit benjaminlaw.ca and let our family of lawyers help your family.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity in our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
Welcome back to Hope in the 6. And as you see, we always do this. We show the jail clips, to give a reality of what we're talking about, so people get a visual. Either I would read a letter from somebody from prison or jail that they wrote me, or I'll read this news article called "Cell Count for Prisoners, Ex-Prisoners, and Their Families." So this is now inside voice talking to those out. So I read that this is a jail article, and I read it for people that on the outside to hear the voice from those that are in. Cell count. So it's for prisoners, ex-prisoners, and his family. I was looking earlier this week into a nice article section of this article is by Nolan R. Turcotte, and it's called "Dehumanization Over Rehabilitation." Right? It is easy for society to look at prisoners with disgust and feel as if we are getting exactly what they deserve. Due to society overdosing on ignorance, I love that, they have proven how hypocritical they truly are. They view us as vicious individuals who are incapable of being compassionate, when in reality they refuse to offer any compassion unto us. I agree that if a member of humanity breaks the law, they should receive a proper punishment, but it should never cross over into a category of cruel and unusual. We, the incarcerated population, are sons, daughters, fathers, mothers, brothers, and sisters. Ultimately, we are human beings. But unfortunately, once we become prisoners, that somehow seems to be forgotten. We have been handing down our sentences from judges, which is considered to be the appropriate punishment for the crimes we've committed. But the punishment don't stop there. It continues through the duration of our sentence in the most inhumane ways possible. It goes further, and I don't want to get to the point where it's now bashing the government too much, but I got to those little jabs. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to seem like we're against, the government or nothing like that. We just want change. That man who wrote this, he wants change. There is injustice that's taking place in the institutions. You know what I'm saying? When it's supposed to be based on the name correctional. You know what I'm saying? So they voice their thoughts and their struggles, and it is right. He's right. Like, people are sentenced, but it goes to now a level of cruel and inhumane. And he said people forget that we are fathers, brothers, sons. Like that's a reality, and you know we should be punished based on whatever we do. But the writer's trying to say have compassion on us. Still that we're a human, you know, and that brought to me a phrase that I'm hopefully be on TED Talk soon, you know, talking about it. Suits for jumpsuits. You know what I'm saying? That is now a metaphor, which actually could be a literal too, taken literally. Suits for jumpsuit now to deal with now the correctional aspect. You know what I'm saying? I want you to do better, so I'm gonna give you a suit instead of a jumpsuit. And that could be metaphorical, like meaning just build you up with the right equipment. But it could be literal because literal things make you feel better too. When you throw on your little blue swag, the Blue Jays, you feel good, right? Like, yo, Blue Jays. You know what I'm saying? So when you put on your suit or whatever you deem nice for yourself or swag or whatever, you feel good. So suits for suits. Build up the confidence, man. Shouts out to Cell Count and everybody that's participating in that. The guys that are writing, girls that are writing, voicing their opinion and their perspective is from them. We can't judge them. That's how they feel. You know, but we have to now be mindful of how we treat people. You know what I mean? Because that could be you, that could be your brother. I want to bring to you now a question. Now you have a son. When you was talking to the mayor, you know, shouts out to Tory. He was like, "So you have a son?" You know, and it's like, "Whoa, you know, that's another dynamic to the equation." So now, is that a motivational factor? How do now your son make you even want to do certain things even differently? Talk to me about that.
Oh, it's more than motivation. That right
Okay.
there, like that's pretty much your own life in your hands, right? Except now you have to make the choices without having any negative choices. Like all your
Right.
choices for your child have to be positive. So that's that motivation to go 10 times harder. So it was mine. I mean, I went from not really caring about having a job. I was content on the street making my money, and then he was born, and it was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I can't keep doing this anymore because what's gonna happen? I'm gonna end up in jail. I'm gonna be away. Like I won't be able to see him. I won't be able to provide for him. For all I know, his mother's gonna be like, I can't be with someone like that. And then I've lost my family just like that.
Right.
It's not something you want. So it's motivation. It was literally for me. It was like, you know, I gotta stop doing what I'm doing, and I gotta find a way to have progression and make sure I'm succeeding in life. Because if I didn't make the choices I did and got myself to where I am now, I'd probably be considered a deadbeat or
Right.
who knows?
And I've seen you in action as a father, man. You're a good man. You're there for your son. You ride with him, and a lot of that needs to be more visible now. You know what I'm saying? So that's keeping it real. That's gangster to me. You understand what I'm saying? That's the G. That's a good father. That man who's showing the example. You know, at this time, I want to go over to another segment called Bars for Bars to our street team, Jason Fresh. So we're gonna shoot over to Jason Fresh, and we're gonna have Bars for Bars.
What's going on, everybody? This is Jason Fresh, part of the Hope team. This is Bars for Bars, and we got Julian Broadwick. Yo, I'm bright like the sun. Here's a message for everyone. Don't let the government make you dumb, because that's what they want. We need to run away from all the negative energy. I spit a melody so you remember me. Life isn't about Coke and Hennessy, and it's not about abusing your head with drugs or acting cool because you're a thug. Nobody cares. Honestly, under the stairs, the boogeyman is there. You better be aware. Beware of life's lessons. Honestly, you need to accept life for what it is. It's a blessing. No longer stressing. I know it's complex, but honestly, my concepts prove that I got next. And yo, keep your head up. Once you get outside, I'll help you get your bread up. I'm fed up of all the BS. But honestly, he is not stressed because I know that we blessed. It's just a test. Hope it is 6, y'all.
Shout out to Jason Fresh, the street team. Shout out to Julian B. Bars for Bars. You know, we talked about cell count. Inside talking to us outside. Bars for Bars is those outside talking to those inside. Like it's a communication. We're a community. We building on the inside and outside. You know, so we have every now and then a rapper or a singer or a poet. You know, will spit their bars for bars. You know, bars for bars. Free up the men. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for coming. You know, what you've been saying is good, and it is a motivation. People need to see it. You know, and it's a struggle, but you got to fight. You know what I mean? You can't give up. Like when you bring a child into the world, that's another dynamic which motivates you. You know, which is a blessing. You know, but some they don't even learn from that. They have kids and they're all over the place, multiple kids, and it doesn't even change who they are. But for those who are woke, and that's to go back to hashtag stay woke. Those who are woke, they like nah. Even if it was me, but now I got people riding on me. I got a family. I got. You have responsibility. That's big man things to acknowledge that, to deal with that. what would you say to these young folks? You know, we're gonna wrap up right now, but I just want you to talk to them a little bit in the sense of just saying, you know, what would your advice be to any young person and say, listen, man, I'm gonna give you a scenario still so you could kind of deal with it proper. So there's a scenario. Yo, man, it's real out here, man. It's hustle. You could say all that work and stuff, but yo, I live in the hood, man. I'm from Regent. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no money. We poor, you know, circumstances. You know, my dad was on drugs. My wife, my mom been, you know, on drugs. I'm suffering. I can't. There's no way out. So you talking about this job stuff is all good and well, but you don't understand. What would you say to an individual like that?
Individual like that, I'd actually want to sit down and have a deep conversation with them. I wouldn't want to, you know, just have a quick 5 minute. I'd be like, you know, what are you doing today? Let's walk with me. Let me really catch your vibe and let me see what you're really going through. Because sometimes people will tell you, and it's a lot deeper than what they're able to tell you, right? So that's why it affects them. But with that, you gotta, exactly what I said earlier, you need that big brother, right? And you need to be that motivation where it's like, they might not necessarily listen at the time because they don't see, but if you're able to tell them something and show them how it works, that's gonna be more motivation for them to, you know, maybe I can do this, maybe I can try it. And I mean, if I knew what I knew now, when I was younger, I wouldn't have gone through a lot of stuff that I've gone through. And to a lot of the younger kids and the ones who still have the choice to do what they want, just listen to what the people that are trying to reach out to you have to say. Because nowadays, with, like, for instance, all the gang stuff, peer pressure. You never hear about positive peer pressure, but it's all around us every day. Positive peer pressure, for instance, you know what, fam? Let's go eat healthy. Let's go get a job. Let's make real money. Let's make legal money. But you don't hear that. You hear, oh, let's go smoke a blunt, fam. Let's get high. Let's go rob someone. You don't hear positive peer pressure. Right. So just, you gotta look out for that. And once you see that, hopefully you know and you see that you're on the right track.
Sound words, brother. Positive peer pressure. And that whole scenario is a setup. I baited you, so now I got you. You're gonna be I got a guy in mind, a young guy, and he needs a positive. He needs that same sit down conversation. So as you said it, you know, I'm not gonna call him out on this, you know, but he know who he is. But I'm gonna link you with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he needs to see, you know, he's going through the same thing you've been through. He's a younger guy. You're older. You could show him the way. You know what I mean? So thank you for coming on. Hope in the 6, man. Bless up.
Anytime.
You know, we're gonna link. I want you should be over with probation, right?
Yeah.
When is that?
I'll be done in August, man.
August. Okay, so we're gonna link. We're gonna celebrate,
man.
Hope in the 6, man. Yes, it's been a while, man. It was a journey, but I watched you grow, man, and I feel so proud just to even be beside you and seeing the changes in the elements. I seen your obstacles. I mean, you know, I mean, there was emotional times we were there together, like, oh shoot, and this and that, but God is providing, you moving on, you know, things are changing. Something didn't go in your favor, you know what I'm saying?
No, definitely not.
Coming from a situation, you're gonna have some losses. Yeah. You know, but you gotta keep your head up, you gotta keep moving. And even though you're doing positive things, I'm still gonna say, brother, keep your head up.
For sure,
Bless,
100%.
All right?
Thank you, man.
Thanks for watching. Y'all stay tuned. Keep watching. Hope in the 6. Let positivity go viral. Hope in the 6. The real Nemo, y'all. Bless.
Don't know about you, but through Christ I can do all. Stand up tall with my left foot, post up on the wall. Easy if we fall in the streets, life can get hard. Streets used to be a lot different from what man recall. Me a aim for my goals like a soccer ball. Still run the road that don't need a map at all. Babylon them want to hold me with a strap at all. But man a liar, me no cancer nor Capricorn.
Don't